the garden. You can see all the animals and go crazy. So we planted herbs and like the rosemary, peppermint, lemongrass. So just so you can have them sense of smell. So when they have tourists, the kids take the kids around and smell the peppermint and smell the lemongrass, and you know, it's kind of like a start for them. That's the only way I think they could get something out of it, by smelling something or touching, or so that's how we started. And also what we involved a lot in the program too was special ed kids that, you know, they kind of enjoyed the garden, even just watering them, and you know, they were glad to be involved in the project. So this is Andrew, who, if he doesn't, you don't give him anything, he'll just ride his scooter around the farm whole day. He wets half of himself watering, but you know, every day he'll volunteer to go water and stuff like that. And this is just a few of our vegetables. Like I said, our garden is real small, so we just have to rotate crop. When one crop finishes, we dig it all out and plant something else. And sometimes we only have one broccoli or one cabbage, or you know, just a variety of things. Just to see if we grow organically. Cabbage was the biggest problem with bugs. Oh, tons of bugs on cabbage. Actually, the best medicine was letting the chickens go in. I think it's kind of short, but I think that's about it. In conclusion, I think as a group, I think we feel we didn't do as much as we could in the project. You know, there's some areas we could have done more, but it's the program is a good base where we can still continue year and year after. Because there's a lot of good lessons in the book, and sometimes we found integrating was hard. We have different schedules, so getting together was kind of tough at times. But I think, overall, I think the students learn, and still learning, and it's something we can keep doing year after year. That's all. Any questions?
The test part on the lower right, did the students get into identifying tests or something?
Yeah, some of them we give them a chance to go on a computer, because you know a lot of them have computer homes, so we let them do research on a computer and type it out. They can find the information, but they cannot just print it out. They got to bring it up and type it out on their own. So it's kind of like letting them use some technology to go research and things like that. Each student had different parts of the board they had to do. Patty's class helped research with. She taught them kind of like project-based learning. So they kind of read some stuff and then, as a group, put it together.
Yeah, that was funny about the test. That was actually my favorite and the kids' favorite. Professor Mao, was it Ronald Mao? I think that was his name. He gave a history of it, and I said, okay, this fits in, because I was doing world culture at that time. And I took back one of the facts and told them that they used to use jewelry. The purpose of some of the jewelry was to attract the fleas, the body fleas, or the bugs from the hair, whatever. And all of a sudden, all the girls and the boys look at who has jewelry, and the girls are grabbing their jewelry. But they said, oh, so they're, you know, jewelry are precious then, in more ways than others. And we had fun. There was a lot of, I really enjoyed that.
I want to make a comment on Konawaena, because I see the thing evolve, but this project, to me, I think it met the component of academic side, authenticity. Maverick is always, I know that as a fact, because he was one of my students, and he always had great ideas, and many people have great ideas, but the ideas just ends. However, he always puts it into action, and I seen things that happen, on that farm, like the bioremediation, one of the first in the state, where thinking aquaculture, water, and I think how much did you guys save a year, by recycling?
About 9,000 gallons a day.
Yeah, 9,000 gallons a day, and it comes out to how much dollars that, you know, that the school has been saving, you know. And then taking some of those plants, and then now I hear that you're incorporating in food just grow it, you know, and I know there's the adult component on it also, because I see a lot of adults coming to the farm and working with them. So, you know, I'm really, for me, I'm fortunate to work with to Konawaena. I haven't been up there as much as I should, but I see the thing as one of the most unique programs, you know. And I look at his class, majority, I'm gonna say this, and it's a fact, majority of his students is special ed. But yet, every year he puts out about 2 students on the average to go to pre-vet school, you know. And through his, I think through the farm, the barn, you know, that the animal petting zoo that he has, that motivates students to go into animal husbandry, and of course I think he's really, we look at his bioremediation, and now he wants it to make it, you know, they want to make it more self-sufficient in energy, etc. And I think it's a great laboratory. And if you have a chance to go out there to Konawaena, go see it, because it's really unique. So I just wanted to share that.
And the next time you see us, will be more technology. We have workshops, Wednesdays now on PowerPoint and things like that. Right now it's just called finger point. Any other questions?
How is you guys scheduled? You guys are separate, you're 3 different classes. How do you folks get? I know you said you had a hard time getting together. So how do you get together? After school, and when is you guys?
Usually at lunch.
Lunch. And what is social studies, food service, or you teach food science? Grads. Only your grads classes involved.
Well, we
Yeah,
have
we-
the PE for health, and he's been covering a lot on health, healthy food.
Mm-hmm.
He has them reading his classes. I know for a fact, every day they have to read something on a healthy, you know, just basic health. Whether it's eating or exercising especially stress.
Yeah, because her husband runs before school, lunchtime, after school, rides bike to school. Yeah, so integrating was hard to, especially when we first started with 6 teachers involved. It was so hard to find one day when everybody could come to the sessions or stuff. It's tough to get. Start to find a common time. And we have a floating prep where we have periods off different time of the day, but ours are not the same.
So the only way, like I was mentioning, was a project-based, like whatever they learned from me anyway, from Mavericks, I would give them opportunities to turn it into a project and present it to the social studies class, because it was on culture also. So that worked out pretty well. And so we knew in social studies, and like I'm down south and he's way north, what the north was doing on the farm through the presentations in our classes. So that worked out really well in that sense.
Mary, we're going, you know, last night we were talking, and you brought up a very, very important comment when we were evaluating our last session, and it was, you know, you guys are out there, out in the field, but we need someone to go out, you know, to do the assessment and to help you guys along the way, you know. And that was, I think it's important, and looking at maybe even a retired ag teacher that if we can hire them, if we have enough funding to do that, to go out working with you guys on your curriculum. You know,
I think that was one of our downfall. We didn't have we kind of lost focus. Because we started like January 2002, so about halfway through the year you figure out, you know, you're going to do another project, you know, you forget about it. So we kind of need a push from somebody coming, how you guys doing, what help you guys need. Otherwise, we kind of lose focus and do our other things.
Yeah, in that line too, I just want to ask you on the part of the nutrients and the pest control. That's a problem that I had, but not too much on the nutrients. I'm kind of getting it, but the pests, well, I'll tell you what, a couple of them are failure.
Yeah.
They just eat you up, and by the time we try to look for somebody, it's dead already.
Like the beans were found with like powdery mildew and stuff like that.
You know, and,
Sometimes it's easier to just pull them out and
yeah,
something else.
that's our thing, but we figure maybe the guys, we gotta call University Extension Service.
No, who's Hashimoto, with Universal Extension Service, do we have one person that is, working strictly with organic farming? Do we have someone?
Who?
Here we